darlings, and welcome to Abu Dhabi. We are starting today's vlog actually during the second half of our trip. I'm going to do a little switch around because we are starting our trip here in the Abu Dhabi desert. It is such an incredible location. We're staying in what can only be described as a giant sand castle. We've actually already been here for a couple of days, but don't worry, I will fill you in on absolutely everything that we have done so far. But we're here for a really exciting launch. The launch is for something that I wear every single day. So that's a little bit of a hint. And we've got some amazing things planned from visiting the Grand Mosque to visiting some of the most iconic sites, of course a little bit of shopping. I'm going to be showing you everything that I'm wearing, everything that we are eating, because the food scene here in Abu Dhabi is absolutely incredible. We've got an amazing few days planned, but we're here at the moment in the beautiful Qasr Al Sarab. It is one of the most beautiful places I think I've ever seen, such incredible architecture. And we arrived a couple of hours ago. I've just had a little look in my room. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to make the most of the last of the sunshine for today down by the pool just to relax a little bit. The jet lag is still jet lagging just the tiniest little bit, but I don't want to miss out on showing you anything. So let's go and explore the hotel, and then I will catch you up on everything that we've been doing already during our time here in Abu Dhabi. Look at this. So everywhere around us is just these beautiful sand dunes, and we were just driving for hours and hours, and then suddenly, just like this building on the top, this structure just kind of appeared over the horizon. I love all the natural materials they've used here, like this lovely old driftwood, these beautiful old ceilings. Look at this. It's absolutely stunning. It's so unlike anything you'd find back home, that's for sure. I've just checked into my room, and again just have the most amazing views of endless sand dunes. It feels like we are deep within a magical Arabian castle. I just love the vibes here so much. And I also love the fact that dates and pistachio are their speciality here, so I cannot wait to dig into these. We have got some nice little bottles here. Actually, that's beautiful. I love the green. Qasr Al Sarab. Got some of their information here. Might take one of these, sit outside and read it on my little sunny balcony. And look at this. Look at these views. That is just magical. I feel so lucky to be here. Oh my goodness. I think it is sunny back home today, but I don't think it'll be quite as toasty as it is here in the middle of the desert. My goodness. So we've got rooms all looking along here. Wow, just beautiful. I popped this dress back on today because I actually put on a little bit of fake tan this morning, and this dress washes really nicely. I've updated my jewellery, little bits from Monica Vinader, and of course my ultra-human air ring. Very exciting. So maybe this time tomorrow I might have a new one. We will see. Okay, my darlings, I hope the wind is not too loud in the camera, but it's a little bit breezy this afternoon. The sun is shining, but because of the breeze, it's quite like sand flying everywhere, and it's really fine. So hopefully I'm getting a really good exfoliation right now. But I think we're just going to do a little bit of hotel exploring. This place is absolutely ginormous, so I just like to walk around and get my bearings. Plus, according to my ring, I have not done enough steps today, so definitely want to just get a bit of movement in. I've changed outfit because the old one, the fake tan, was getting a little bit too much, so I popped on this fabulous dress which has got the most beautiful lacy material. Also, I am conscious of covering up a little bit more in certain places. I know in hotels you don't need to, but I just like to be as respectful as possible. I popped on this little belt, my usual jewellery. This I think is going to be such a winner for spring summer outfits. It was from the high street, really good price. It ticks the suede box, ticks the fringe box, and I love it. And the shoes, try not to fall over while I show you, are kind of matching. I think I showed you these earlier in the vlog. And again, I did not spray these with suede spray before we came out here, but luckily there's not too much water in the desert, so unless I spill a drink on them, we should be fine. So that's today's exploring outfit. So yeah, let's go and take a look around. So you can see the majority of the hotel from up here. It's really sprawling. It feels like we are, I was about to say it feels like we're in the middle of the desert. We quite literally are in the middle of the desert. There's a couple of different pools here. We're not sure which one we're going to go to. The staff members here, they're not too fond of us being outside at the moment because apparently this is a sandstorm. I thought this was just haze, but they said, oh, do you really want to sit outside? There's a sandstorm. And yeah, I mean, it's still nice and warm, but as you can see, it's just super hazy and the palm trees are blowing in the breeze. We have not been the luckiest with our weather so far on this trip, aside from the day that we arrived, which was in my last vlog, but it's still just absolutely beautiful to be here, and tomorrow is meant to be pure blue skies, so hopefully we'll see some lovely sunshine and a gorgeous sunrise. Something that I love to see is that they take their coffee and their tea very seriously here. I won't show them, but there's a group behind me having a coffee roasting kind of masterclass. Got all the different utensils here. I'm sure Charlie would know what all of these do. And then we've got all the different lattes and coffees that they can do. I'm intrigued by this. It kind of looks like a gin distiller, but actually if you look really closely, it is in fact a coffee grinder. Wow, I think Charlie would be very excited by that. A quenching matcha, the oasis in the middle of the desert, quite literally. We just spotted that there are people walking over the sand dunes over there, which seems a little bit crazy, but my gosh, what a view they will have. I think I'd rather do a little bit of exploring in the morning when it's a bit clearer and no risk of getting swept away in a sandstorm. I'm just waiting for M. We are going to find the pool together. This place is honestly a maze. It is ginormous, and we are on the exact opposite ends of the hotel to each other. So I've just popped on this lovely swimsuit, which is actually quite an old one, but I absolutely love it. I think I actually wore this exact one last time we came to Abu Dhabi, and it's funny, I've been here 3 times, but every single time I seem to do something completely different. There are just so many different kinds of holiday you can have here. And over the top, I'm popping on this nice little linen set, which all the outfits, everything that I'm wearing, I'll leave linked down below. And it's just the perfect little set for holiday, elasticated waistband, really easy layering pieces, and if the temperatures are not quite as warm as you expect, this is perfect for just popping on over the top. So here she comes, let's head to the pool. Well, we have lost the heat of the day. Unfortunately, there wasn't really a sunset because of the sand in the atmosphere. So we're just looking around the hotel, planning our morning tomorrow, and pleased to report that both hotels we stayed in have had amazing gyms. I think this one might be the best one, so I'm really looking forward to coming and doing a workout here in the morning. And there's this big kind of outdoor gym area, which is so perfect. So they've got these monkey bars, they've got the loops, the rings, they've got bikes, battle ropes, there's mats out here, there's even a rowing machine out here, which is fantastic. Very well equipped with the weights. Good evening, my darlings. Gosh, that was such a nice afternoon of exploring. I need to check how far we walked because I think we were walking again for a couple of hours, which was great. If you did watch the end of the last vlog, Em and I decided to battle our jet lag and weariness from the plane by walking all the way along 𝑠'𝑑𝑬𝑵 beach, which is really long. We did a 2-hour walk and it felt great. So today was nice to get moving again after it was probably 3 hours on the road between the main kind of Abu Dhabi town and where we are now in the desert. But yeah, we've done a lot of exploring, and now we have got the very special dinner and exciting launch. This evening's launch is the whole reason we're here in Abu Dhabi, so I'm really excited to see what's new from Ultra Human and hopefully get to try it. And yeah, I know that you guys are going to absolutely love it as well. So I ended up choosing this lovely dress. I knew I would love this one, and it's so great for holidays because where it's pleated, this fabric does not need ironing, so it's just perfect for throwing in a suitcase and low maintenance holiday outfits. I'm very tactically only showing you up here because this is the absolute mess that I've made of this area. These flat lay coat bags are just the best for laying out all of your products, and I always open them up in the sink. I've got all of my little travel minis in here. But anyway, you don't need to see that. While it was still light outside, while I was unpacking, I did have a really quick try on of a few different options that I could have worn tonight that I filmed out on the balcony. So I'll quickly show you those clips while we head to dinner. Morning, my darlings. First morning waking up in the desert, and we have got a breakfast buffet. I do love a breakfast buffet, and a great sign is that they've got a proper honeycomb. Huge variety of honeys here. Bay leaves and goji berry honey. That's something I've definitely not heard of before. I also love the sound of this one. That would be so nice in a tea. Got a selection of nuts. I'll probably have with some yogurt, juices, fruits. There is an egg station, a hummus station. Oh my goodness, there is a microgreen station. They are growing them in this amazing kind of fridge, and they've got grow lights. So if I was a serious grower, this is what I would get, and it just helps everything to grow upwards instead of reaching for the light all the time. How amazing! Love to see it. I'm going to order an avocado toast, and hopefully it'll come with some of their homegrown microgreens. I love that everything here has dates in it. This is a date chia pudding. I'm also going to grab smoothies. Lovely. Oh my gosh, there's a whole nother room. Ooh, my goodness, this looks so delicious. Oh, something else that they do so well out here in the Middle East are the pastries. That is coming with me. Hee. Good morning, my darlings. It's the next day. It's a beautiful morning here in the desert. I thought we'd have a little chat while I pop some makeup on. I've done my SPF already. It's probably only going to get up to about 26 degrees today, and after a little bit of time at the hotel this morning, we're actually heading back to the city, the main part of Abu Dhabi, and we're going to be going to the Louvre Museum. So I probably wouldn't be putting this much makeup on if we were just having a pool day. Starting off with a little bit of Sunny Flash from by Terry. I absolutely love this when I'm traveling on the go. Something about traveling, it can just kind of make your skin look a little bit less happy, and this just really helps to bring that glow back. I don't have a hairband, so I'm just going to use my sunglasses to keep my hair back. So very excitingly, last night was the launch party for the new Ultra Human ring. This is my original one. This is the Air, and the new launch is called the Rare. So that is going to be available very, very soon, and I cannot wait to show it to you properly. But inspired by, this is, by the way, my Iborian CC. This has got factor 25 in it, but I have already got factor 50 on. It's like a tinted moisturizer. I've shown you this so many millions of times before. Really beautiful coverage. So the Rare ring will, I guess it's going to be perfect for people that like beautiful jewelry. Maybe you've got a lovely watch. They're calling it, and it is, the world's first luxury smart ring. So everything that this one does, including obviously the sleep tracking, the step tracking, the heart rate monitoring, and all of the wellness tips that I absolutely love. So my ring will tell me, for example, when is the best time of day for me to have my first morning coffee. It gives you a caffeine window, because it's tracked your sleep and how you slept the night before, and the times of day that you consume caffeine obviously really alters how well or not well you sleep that night. So it sends you recommendations on the best time of day to start tapering off your caffeine. It monitors your movement, so it makes recommendations on when you need to get a little bit more movement in. And even if on my heart rate, if my heart rate starts to go up and it starts to notice I'm getting a little bit more stressed, it will send me like a breath work or a meditation to do to help to bring down my heart rate. It's just so clever. So this ring is obviously still available, and I do have a discount code for this, which I believe is Josie10. I'll leave it linked down below. The new ring, because it is made with rare precious metals, it is going to be a significantly higher price point. I believe it's between $1,200 and $1,400, but they are made with rare materials such as gold. There's a rose gold and I think a silver as well. And they are absolutely beautiful, but obviously that price point is not going to be for everybody, so don't worry, you can still absolutely get your hands on the original. So I've just used my fingers to, oops, that's not the right lid, blend this in. Okay, I've just been to wash my hands. I always like to just do that after popping that on, because if you apply it with your fingers and then go grabbing your phone or touching your clothes, it can get everywhere. So obviously when you travel, tiredness shows in the eyes, so I'm going to pop on some concealer. And obviously my ring tracks my sleep, and even though we are really far from home and I still have a little bit of jet lag, I have still been sleeping really, really well. So this is my sleep score from today. Yesterday was 82, so still not bad. But what was amazing, and I actually couldn't believe this was our first night in Abu Dhabi. I got a personal best sleep score of 100, and what this means is based on my heart rate, I had a really deep sleep. I had 4 full sleep cycles and 8 hours sleep. That day I walked 14,000 steps, and then interestingly the day before, so this was the day that we arrived, sleep score was only 36, and I accumulated a sleep debt, which you can see the amount of time that you have to make up your sleep debt. And that day I walked 19,000 steps because Em and I, we just wanted to get moving, so we decided to go for a 2.5-hour walk along the beach, which was absolutely lovely, especially after being on a plane for 8 hours. Okay, this is the By Terry Hyaluronic Serum Concealer. This one is really lovely if you do have a couple of little fine lines around the eyes, because it's also really hydrating. It's kind of skincare within your makeup. So Em and I are actually the only kind of fashion / lifestyle creators here. Everybody else, all the other guests for the trip, are kind of tech content creators, which is really interesting, and I always love meeting people that do something a little bit different to what I do, and the things that you learn and just hearing about how different parts of the industry work, I always find really, really fascinating. And I was sat next to this really lovely chap last night. His name is Matt Robb, and he does mostly kind of tech videos, reviews, but also integrates tech reviews into vlogs, which was really interesting. And he showed me this footage on his phone, and I was like, how did you capture that? I didn't realize you even had your camera out at that time. And he actually had this pair of glasses. They're made by Ray-Ban in collaboration with Meta. And I mean, I don't know how I feel about this, because like you could secretly film anything, but these glasses have got a tiny little lens in them, and they are so HD. And they were so clever. He was saying, I can literally say to my glasses, oh, start live streaming on Instagram, or save this as a photo, or start filming now. So they actually listen to you and do as they're told, which is amazing, but also a little bit scary. And yeah, everyone on this trip just has all the latest tech, all the jazziest camera gear, and it's just fascinating. I feel like I've learned so much, not only from the Ultra Human team, but also from all the other guests here. And it's really cool to be on a trip that is more tech focused, whereas obviously my normal trips are kind of fashion or beauty, which I love, but really cool to do something different. That was the Sigma matte bronzer in shade medium, and it's just the one that I have in my travel bag, but it's nice because it's not too sheeny shiny. If you do want a little bit more of a glow, then I use this to create that. It's my Sunny Flash palette, Sigma brush, large angled contour, and I really like this kind of peachy pink. The one thing that I forgot to bring with me, which I'm very annoyed about, because it makes so much difference, are my eyelash curlers, and it really does make a huge difference. I look so much more tired when I don't curl my lashes. So this bronzer has got a little bit of sheen to it, a little bit of shimmer, so I like to just kind of put that a bit more strategically. Oh my gosh, I think I've just been upgraded on Etihad, because they have just charged me £600, which is what I bid in order to get an upgrade. £600 for an upgrade is pretty much the most that I'm happy to pay, but honestly, I'm happy to invest in order to get a good night's sleep. A little bit of brows. This is the Brow Ink Trio from Shiseido. By the way, the gyms in the hotels we've been staying in have been so good. Normally that's one thing that I find lets a lot of hotels down, but when you travel for work, I think it's so important to stick with your routines, and the gyms here, both this hotel and the last one, have been so fantastic. This morning I did a Peloton kettlebell class, and even though it was only a 30-minute class, normally I would do a workout for about an hour. It just makes such a difference, feels so good to be able to just get that little bit of movement in. Okay, this is funny because this is the Anastasia Brow Freeze, and I have definitely bought this before, and they have made it smaller. The actual, can you see the actual amount of gel? Like, it's only this big, whereas the amount of gel used to be pretty much taking up the whole thing. So funny, because surely it doesn't cost them that much just to put a little bit of extra gel in, and the price was the same. I will keep buying it because I do think for all day hold on your brows it's the best one, but come on. It's just a little bit of gel, give us that little bit more. So that was a double Anastasia. I also went in with the Brow Wiz because this one is really good for the middle bits here. I don't have many brow hairs, so it's nice to create those hair-like strokes. And then I've got this cute little, this is a really lovely little limited edition eyeshadow from Chantecaille, and it's just the perfect base colour. Almost looks like a desert dune. And then the mascara that I've got with me is just this little mini from Rare Beauty. I think I got this in one of my beauty advent calendars. So this is an essential when I'm traveling. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, because it does get toasty and this really just helps to lock everything in. But more than that, I feel like it just kind of gives a little bit of a filter, a little bit of softening, and kind of makes everything that you've already put on almost like blend together on your face. And normally I get really annoyed having to pay more for these little mini travel bottles. I've only ever bought this once and I just top it up at home, which is super handy. And now for my lips. My lip liners are also tiny in my travel bag. This one is Charlotte Tilbury. I actually can't even tell you because I've used it up and sharpened it beyond the name. but I think it might be called Venus. I think. And then this is the Kissou lip tint from Thatched. This is SPF 25 and I just love a balm. And something that I can just top up without needing a mirror throughout the day. So that's going in my little mini handbag makeup bag. This is the other little eyeshadow palette that I bring with me on the go. It's from Anastasia and it's got a few other really nice neutrals. And then I'm just going to finish with a little bit of this. It is a powder but not completely mattifying, so for me it's really nice for just on the T-zone. And we are done. So that is the makeup for today. I'll show you the outfit. I went to breakfast straight from the gym, so it felt like quite a nice kind of casual, almost elevated pajamas kind of outfit. Still got my swimming costume on, but this is from Away that day. Absolutely love it. It's just really, really flattering. This lovely pink and white striped set is from Zimmermann. I feel like this would also be quite a nice day at the beach or even traveling home outfit. And then lovely little jewelry bits are from Monica Vinader. I don't know if a tucked in blouse is a little bit smart for heading to the pool, but everyone here dresses up for everything, so why not? So this dress was actually another option for our dinner last night, but I decided to go for the Zimmermann in the end. But I might wear this one to the Louvre later. It's absolutely beautiful. This was quite a last minute addition to my suitcase, but the long sleeves and actually the full length make this perfect when you do need to be a little bit more modest. Well, at least we have clear blue skies today. It is becoming really rather toasty, and I think we're going to head down to this pool area, and then we're going to have lunch by the dunes. The food here is absolutely incredible. Oh, a real oasis in the middle of the desert. This is a lovely little kind of beach cafe or a pool cafe. Really nice. I like the decor in here. It's almost a little bit Soho housey. So this is what you call sunbathing with a view of the dunes, and then we've got the pool right here. It's kind of like an infinity edge pool. I think we are just going to spend a couple of hours here enjoying the sun before lunch. Okay, I started to feel a little bit, I don't know what the opposite of claustrophobic is, space-ophobic, sitting out there with just nothing around. So I've actually just come to the pool area. There's actually a lot of guests here, but this place is so ginormous that you never feel like it's too busy. So there's loads of these areas where you can just come and relax in the sun or in the shade. In my case, I don't want to get too hot and sweaty because we've got our journey back to Abu Dhabi this afternoon, but the lunch menu looks amazing. I've ordered some coconuts for a little bit of hydration, and yeah, have some lunch and then we're gonna hit the road. Rather gorgeous. They seem to grow very well here. They're at the base of a lot of the palm trees. Obviously they've been planted, they're not just naturally grown, but they almost look like a geranium flower. So beautiful. So it is all aboard the party bus and we are heading back to the city of Abu Dhabi now, the main area. And this afternoon our first port of call is the Louvre. I can't say French words very well. And I thought I would make the most of this 2.5-hour car journey by popping in some heelless curls. I've grabbed this from the service station that we've just pulled into. It's the Kunafa, kind of like the famous Dubai chocolate, the viral chocolate bar. Every brand seems to be trying to do their own, so I thought I would give this one a try. And then we're going to order some of the viral one on Deliveroo to the Louvre when we get back into Abu Dhabi. They do 2 drops a day at 2 p.m. and at 5 p.m. and we arrive at the Louvre at 5, which is absolutely perfect. But this is pretty much the only service station on this really long road that takes you right into the middle of the desert, and because it's so open and exposed, it's almost like standing in the middle of a sandstorm. There's just so much sand blowing around. It's quite wild. So we've got probably another hour and a half to go, but I'm going to carry on the road trip with a little chocolate tasting. Okay, I've just given it a little try. I just said to Em, it's kind of giving Kit Kat. I don't think the pistachio is quite as good quality as the real deal, but for a fraction of the price and availability in a service station without a mega wait, pretty bloomin' good. So Heatless Curls turned out pretty large. I don't know how long they'll last, but it's not bad considering I just sat on the bus with my little magic sausage in my hair. So we are about to pull up to the Louvre, and as I mentioned earlier, this vlog is completely higgledy-piggledy. Started off with us in the desert. So what I'm going to do now is actually flip you guys back to when we arrived in Abu Dhabi, so our first morning, which was 2 days ago, and then you'll join me at the Louvre in about 20 minutes or so I can keep all of the Abu Dhabi city stuff together. Just kind of made sense in my head to do it that way, so I hope you don't mind. Let's go back in time to a very jet-lagged Josie. My darlings, we arrived yesterday morning, in fact quite early, and the whole of yesterday it was glorious, 28 degrees, if not more actually, and Em and I spent the entire day on the beach. We landed, got to the hotel, rooms weren't ready, so we just went straight to the beach. We did a 2-hour walk, which was absolutely incredible, and then had a fairly early night. All of that is at the end of my last vlog if you watched that, and that vlog also included a little room tour. We're staying at the Jumeirah Hotel on Sarab Island for the first 2 nights, and then we're moving into the desert for the big launch and our final night. I've been to Abu Dhabi twice before, always on work trips, and this is my first time staying on 𝑠'𝑑𝑖𝑎𝑡 Island. I remember the beach club on this island is really, really cool. Abu Dhabi itself is an archipelago, so it's actually made up of lots of different islands, but you kind of wouldn't know it because they are all so well connected. There are some really beautiful things to do here, including going around the Sheikh Zayed Mosque. There is the Emirates Palace, there's Yas Mall with the Ferrari World, so many fun things. And I'm also excited to spend a little bit more time in the desert in this trip as well. So this morning on the agenda, we are going to go and have breakfast, and I don't know what it is, but hotel breakfasts are just one of my favorite things ever. I get so excited by the array of food, and I know in the Middle East and in the UAE, hospitality is always exceptional. So I think this is going to be a really, really good breakfast. And then we have got a conference, a presentation to discover a little bit more about the brand that we are here with and what they are planning over the next couple of years. So it should be a really fun and also very insightful day. It's probably the best place I've had so far today to show you a little outfit of the day. Popped on this Erdem dress, which is perfect for being a little bit more covered. Belts and Emma's sandals and my little Celine bag. I did do heatless curls last night, but it's super humid here, so they're not lasting too well, but never mind. So having a little browse around the stores, and then we're heading to Coya for lunch. is absolutely beautiful. This is actually, would you believe, H&M home. It feels so much more luxurious here. I don't know if I've just not been into one of their stores in a long time, but this collection is so lovely. I love this kind of splatter design. We've got a few bits like this in our house from, I think the brand is Toast London. A few different colours, even the cutlery. That's so cute. This is a throwback. I used to wear this foundation and it's such a beautiful one, the soft fluid. Maybe I need to give it a try again. It's expensive, but I remember it's a serious glow giver. And I don't know if we've got this in the UK. I just had a nice little mist. It's rather gorgeous. Most of the stores here are ones that we've got at home in the UK, so we're kind of beelining for ones that we don't have at home. Pottery Barn is always one that I like to check out when I'm in the US, and there's a lot of US kind of shops and restaurants here. So let's see what lovely collections they have. It always feels quite Palm Beachy, South Carolina-y with all the wicker, the greens and the palms. This is their Easter table collection with the little bunnies on it. So sweet. Look at this, for serving your dippy egg. I don't know if it's a licensing thing, but it's kind of weird that there's no music in any of these shops. Like the atmosphere, it feels very intense. Have you ever seen such intricate bath bombs? I think this is a soap.
Yeah, but how disappointed would you be if you thought that it was edible and then you opened it and you saw
bitterly disappointed.
I would have to give someone real food alongside it, but how fun!
Oh my goodness me. That's so cute. Look at this. Someone has had a lot of fun creating these. So Charlie and I came here a few years ago and they had a photo of him in the store. I think it's unlikely that it's still there, but let's go and have a little look. This is where his picture used to be on one of these, but obviously it was the old collection of swimming trunks. But yeah, very much his favourite swimwear brand. Ooh, I think he would like these. That's so lovely. Are these a new style?
That's the latest one. That's
yeah. Breezy, so hopefully you can still hear me, but as you might be able to guess from my modest address, we are now doing a tour of the mosque. We've actually only got about 20 minutes here because we've got our longevity sessions this afternoon, but I have actually done this tour twice before, so I don't mind a speed version. It is such an incredibly beautiful building. I'll try and capture as much as I possibly can. There's so many details that I've already spotted that I don't remember from last time. So yeah, the tour is about to begin. Let's take a look around. Now this is very much not on purpose, but I seem to have matched my dress to the floral patterns here in the mosque. It's got the most gorgeous, I think they said Italian marble, Italian Murano glass doors, and this chandelier above us is the smallest chandelier in the mosque, and it's absolutely spectacular. Okay, we have come inside and we're about to go and look at the 12-ton crystal chandelier. This carpet that I'm stood on is all woven in one piece. Isn't that incredible? It must have been woven in place because it's far too big to pop on any kind of lorry. It's absolutely beautiful. The floral details, every inch of surface here is covered in pearls and florals and gold. It is quite magical. Okay, we have finished our lovely tour of the mosque. That was so beautiful to see. And now this afternoon we have got some longevity sessions, and one of these includes a cryo, which is standing in a very, very, very cold futuristic machine. And my cryo session also involves a facial, so I don't actually know too much what to expect. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit relaxing as well, but we'll see. So let's do it. So this is where I'm having my facial. It looks a little bit like a hydrofacial room, and then we've also got these compression trousers, so it's going to give me a nice little bit of lymphatic drainage at the same time. I love anything multitasking, so this is going to be a real treat. finished our longevity sessions and we're now just taking a little stroll. We might walk as far as the hotel, but TBC. Found this little, I feel like this strip is full of kind of wellnessy type of businesses. I will figure out where we are exactly and pop that as a location tag. This is a cafe called 𝑎lkaline. It's a wellness restaurant and mindful space. I've got a matcha and date smoothie. I just love how much they love dates here. My favorite. I think we may have discovered Abu Dhabi's answer to a farm shop, kind of. It says it's a local deli, so let's take a look. Okay, definitely not a farm shop, more just kind of local brands, but still nice to see. Although I'm pretty sure 𝑬𝒐 is not from Abu Dhabi. I may be wrong though. Well, I have to say a restaurant dedicated to raclette cheese was not on my Abu Dhabi bingo board, and yet here we are. There's so many fun restaurants and cafes down this little area. I think it's called 𝑚amsha Beach. Please excuse my very, very windswept hair. So yeah, this area is called 𝑚amsha Beach. If you're thinking, Josie, you're wearing a lot of clothing, it is not that warm right now. We were not expecting it to be quite so blusterous, but really, really nice strip down here. Lots of lovely restaurants. This is a CrossFit gym. We feel like we've found our place here in Abu Dhabi, but next stop, oh my gosh, I look like a scarecrow. But next stop is Yas, which is actually where I stayed the first time we came to Abu Dhabi. It's where the Formula 1 racetrack is, Ferrari World, but Em has found a fantastic restaurant which we are heading to for our dinner. We have made it to the Yas Mall. So as I mentioned earlier, Abu Dhabi is like a collection of islands. So we are now on Yas Island, and this is one of the biggest shopping malls in Abu Dhabi, and there are so many restaurants and shops here, and everywhere is just very beautifully decorated. Like, look at this place behind me. It's a Turkish restaurant with all the florals. They are very big into their aesthetics here. But what's the name of the place we're going to tonight?
Let me make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Soraya.
Okay. But we are going to a restaurant called Soraya. Em has showed me their Instagram. The food looks amazing. So let's go. There is also a massive culture for kind of Instagram drinks here. We're seeing so many strawberry matchas. I had something called a strawberry fluff matcha earlier, which was delicious. This place is called 𝑑𝒖𝒂𝒕. They've got a fabulous selection. It's all just like, this has been on my wish list for a little while. It's from Charles & Keith, and I just love the canvas and leather combo. You might recognize this bag because I've got it in the pure leather. They've got such a cute little collection. I've never seen a store of theirs before. It's nice to see everything in real life. Also did not know that they did sunglasses. Yes, I have changed my outfit because of the cryotherapy and facial. These are so nice. Oh my goodness. And yeah, it was a little bit chilly outside earlier. Was not expecting it to not be pure blue skies the whole time, so I've kept this outfit on. It is me and Em, H&M, and then my little silk scarf is 𝑚𝒔, which was very helpful at the Sheikh Zayed Mosque. These are gorgeous. Very pretty. We are a little bit confused. They have got British brands like Waitrose, but Wait and Rose, and then they've also got La Senza, which is an underwear store. I'm pretty sure this went out of business in the UK about 10 years ago. I wonder if it's just like a licensing thing or something. Very confused. This is what Em is constantly on the lookout for. Dates. Dates covered in chocolate. Got dates covered in coconut. Dates galore. Oh my gosh. These look amazing. Ooh. My Pilates alarm is going off. This lady is very kindly letting us try some little samples, a Dubai chocolate. This lady is very kindly giving us loads of samples. I've already decided I'm buying 2 boxes of chocolate. But now we're going to try dehydrated vegetables. I'm intrigued. They got beetroot, they got French beans, mange too. Oh, don't worry.
Okay,
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Little beetroot. So it's like a
try,
crisp.
madam. Thank you. This is beetroot. This is carrot.
But they're crisps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Same chips.
Nice.
This is sweet potato.
Wow. If you ever want to sell me anything, just offer me free samples because it gets me every time. I will share these with Charlie though, so I'm not going to open them till we get home. Oh my gosh. An entire stall for pistachios. Oh, I love it here. Baklava dough with dried rose and Belgium chocolate milk pistachio. That sounds like my actual dream country. Wow. These are beautiful. I love the sample culture here. Oh.
This is the baklava. Can we try the baklava?
Yeah.
So which one is it? This one or this one?
This kunafa and this one pistachio with mozzarella.
Thank you so much.
Try this one. Shukran.
Amazing.
Thank you. I have to say it is so family friendly here. This is Ferrari World. I think the roller coaster here is the fastest one in the world, or it has the fastest acceleration. Won't be going on that, but fun to try. Best thing about going anywhere in the world with Em is that she always knows the best places to eat. So she has booked us a table at Soraya, which is at the Yas Mall, just below Marks and Spencer's. How funny. I believe it's Peruvian, just like our lunch. So good job. It is a cuisine that I absolutely adore. Look how beautiful this place is. Such a stunning restaurant. Okay, round one of 500. We've ordered so much food because the menu is insane. We've got a 6 cheese flatbread. Oh, holy moly. Oh my gosh. Hummus and a not very flat flatbread. Wow. And I've got, oh no, cheese on my napkin. I've got a frozen berry Negroni. Yummy. Okay, we have got a very beautifully served chicken Caesar salad in this little silver goblet and truffle puffy potato balls. Cannot wait to try these. And by the way, this may just be the best hummus I think I've ever had.
Give them a flash so they can see it. Look how much better that looks. Come on.
I don't know, it looks very blue.
Do you think? Does it make it blue?
Turn it off a sec. And then the camera comes back to life. No.
No.
No, it's too bright.
Wow, on pictures it looks amazing with the flash.
Gorgeous. Yeah, that's better lighting when the camera gets used to it.
Cheesy bread. Oh, this hummus is...
First of all, I'm cutting for you the because thick side absorbs perfectly all the marination that it has.
Ooh.
So it becomes a lovely part of...
Well, this meal has been sensational, and apparently the cheesecake is rather famous, so we're going to give this a try. It is saffron, burnt chocolate, I think they said, and gold, because everything in the Middle East has got to have gold on it. This place looks very nice. We have come for a post-dinner walk through the mall, and I think we're going to get something sweet after our cheesecake, round 2, at Sugar and Salt. So at Em's request, we've come into a shop called Candylicious, and I would love to know if anyone else remembers these 𝑭𝒆. You would get these little contraptions, and you'd click the top, and then your little 𝑭𝒆 would come out the bottom. I love nostalgic sweets. These and nerds were my favorites. Okay, my darlings, welcome back to real time, or, well, we've hopped forwards a couple of days now, and we are back at the Louvre. Let's go in and check out some beautiful art. So it turns out that the sunset golden hour is the perfect time to visit the Louvre. A lot of the exhibition is in this kind of indoor-outdoor area in this stunning structure. We've just popped out to catch the final moments of the Abu Dhabi sun before our flight tonight. So we were a little bit quicker in the Louvre than we'd have hoped, because we basically arrived only an hour before closing time, and it is absolutely ginormous, but we still got to see so many beautiful things. I believe that the Louvre in Paris has loaned a lot of the pieces here, and I've never been into the Louvre in Paris, so this has been a really special experience. There's a very chic little coffee pop-up here called Sesame, right outside the exit, with a perfect view of the city in the background. Here's something to try next time. These two are on this kind of mini two-person catamaran, I guess you'd call it, and I think they're cycling to propel the boat. But what a fun way to see the city at dusk. I bet it's very relaxing on the water. Tell me how Em and I always manage to find the best spots. We found this little pizza and matcha cafe just outside the Louvre. We have got a dinner reservation in an hour, but that doesn't stop me being very tempted. So things escalated, and I've just ordered a pepperoni pizza, my favourite. I've got a matcha, and this is actually, I think, the best matcha I've had since we've been here. We also didn't realise, but the museum kind of turns into like an outside dusk, I don't know what you'd call it, like a live show. Yeah, this keeps changing. It's rather beautiful. So, my darling, let's tuck in. And we do have dinner later, but my goodness.
This is a pre-dinner dinner.
It's a pre-dinner dinner. We have made it back to 𝑀𝒂 Beach, which is where we've got dinner this evening. Our flight is not until 2 AM, so we have got quite a little bit of time to kill. Plan is dinner, post-pizza dinner, and then we are going to hopefully find a shopping mall just to while away a little bit of time until we have to get to the airport. Hello again, my darlings. It is many hours later. We looked around the Louvre, which was absolutely beautiful, and then we went for dinner on, I think it's called Manesh Beach. Again, that lovely kind of strip that we found a couple of days ago, and we had a gorgeous dinner. We've been kind of dragging out the evening because our flight does not depart until 2:40 AM, which is crazy, but it does mean that we land into Heathrow at, I think, 7 AM. I'm actually not going straight home. I've got another work event, but in the UK, which does include an overnight stay, so I'm still not going to be home for another like 48 hours, but looking forward to the event that I'm going to. But I am in the Etihad Business Lounge by myself, so I thought I would just really quickly show you around the lounge, because the lounge of the airlines that are based in the country, so like British Airways, obviously Heathrow T5 is their main lounge. In Dubai it would be Emirates main lounge. It's always the best in the airline's home country. So as we are in Abu Dhabi, the Etihad lounge should be amazing. I don't think I've been here before. There is a spa over there where you can get massages, even though we've already had dinner. I'm going to go and have a little look at the food and see what we can get. Gosh, so there's proper food stations. This actually looks amazing. Let's have a look. What kind of dishes? Is this butter chicken? Paneer tikka masala. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to have some of this. Aloo paratha. Tikka naans. Oh my goodness. Paratha. Vegetable korma. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a second dinner. Something about airports and flying that I can just eat constantly. And so I've got some of the tikka masala, some veggie noodles, and these lovely naans and flatbreads, which I cannot wait to